Hamza, 11, uses a wheelchair.
It's a lot easier to keep clean in the city than in a camp. It's so dusty here. One gust of wind and my pajamas are covered in dust.
Za'atari Refugee Camp, Jordan. Home to around 80,000 Syrian refugees. A teenager in a wheelchair washes his hands. Disability-inclusive humanitarian wash response. Benjamin Smith, UNICEF Jordan.
The story of access to water and sanitation in Za'atari is really the story of an emergency response that's evolved in response to the needs of the community to a more sustainable way of providing services. When the camps was established 8 to 9 years ago, it was very much an emergency response of providing bulk water in by trucks, communal water supply delivery points or communal latrines.
Abdelmajid Naimi, UNICEF Jordan.
At first they didn't have any private toilets. They had to go and share one big unit.
Sami, 16, uses a wheelchair.
I used to use the communal toilets. It was hard for me to use them. My father had to carry me there. It made me feel uncomfortable.
Especially at night, it was a bigger challenge for girls with disabilities because they had to go a distance without having any lights.
Iman, 17, has a prosthetic leg.
I'd be alone at home and have to go collect water from the public water point and carry it home. This community treats boys and girls differently. If there's a girl with a problem like mine, they make her feel ashamed.
In Za'atari today, we now have a full water and wastewater system in the camp that provides household level services. And for children with disabilities, this is particularly important because it means we get to reach all vulnerable children wherever they are in the camp.
Drone shots of the camp. Each house has an individual water tank. Fatima Nabhani, UNICEF Jordan.
We ensured that all cases of children with disability, of people with disability, are equipped inside their houses. They have private latrine that meets the standards and located in an accessible way for them.
Sami, 16.
In order for me to be independent, there should be a ramp and something to hold to lift myself up.
Iman, 17.
It made a big difference when they connected the water to the houses. It helped a lot of people with and without disabilities.
We depend on our team on the ground and reaching out for children with disability.
Muhannad Abu Siam, Oxfam.
We got training from Handicap International in the camp to how to identify disabled people, how to assess their disabilities.
The first step they need to do is to talk to the family, to understand what is their need.
What should we do?
Flatten all this out with concrete.
Ahmed, 14.
I will be able to go to the bathroom with my wheelchair.
Sami plays basketball in his wheelchair and then washes his hands. All UNICEF schools and child-friendly centres have accessible toilets.
Children can actually access services that were not accessible before. Some children didn't go to school before because they were afraid they might want to go to the bathroom and their house is far away.
Hamza gives drinks to the construction crew working at his house.
Before they built this new toilet, my mother had to help me lifting my chair on her own, but it took us about 50 hours to get in there. This toilet is better because it has a raised seat, a ceramic floor so my feet don't get dirty and the step is gone. The first thing I'm going to do is sit on the floor. It's the first time I've seen a ceramic floor. It's going to be a blast.
Most of the children who now have access to wash services, they became better off psychologically. Those children, once they were closed down, now they're happier.
Baby shark, daddy shark, daddy shark.
Hamza sings with Abdelmajid. Ahmed rides a tricycle.
Having an access to clean and adequate water has a huge impact on the development of a child.
It's dignity, first of all.
I feel normal. like a normal person.
Ahmed plays with his friends. Sami plays basketball.
It's a core right for them to be able to achieve their life and fulfill their life.
Iman.
I get a lot of people telling me I can't do things. No, I'll keep going, I'll go where I want, I'll make something of myself. I have a goal, I have strength and determination. It's stuck in my head, and no one can change that.
Hamza rides his motorized tricycle.
حابة أصير مهندس لأنه I want to be an engineer because now I see these engineers who think about people with disabilities. I'm inspired to be just like them and to build a new future that doesn't discriminate against people with or without disabilities, because you have to think about both.
Produced by UNICEF, Ministry for Foreign Affairs of Finland, Finnish Water Forum.